Hello everyone and welcome to another Thanos video. So today we'll be taking a look at Lurrus Jund deck in Thanos format. So I believe this might be the last video for the next like 3 or 4 days because I have some folks telling me to try a new Path of Exile 2 League. So this is going to be my last video for the next few days. And this one is going to be a mid-range deck that is focusing more on Delirium. So because we have Ren and 6 in the format, we have 7 different types to abuse our Dragon Rage Channeler. Because now we have Mishra's Bauble for the artifact, Fear of Missing Out for the enchantment, and Ren and 6 as our Planeswalker as well. So getting Delirium with this deck shouldn't be a problem, and we're also going to be playing some ways of hasting our creatures with Arena of Glory and some copies of Swift's Teaching as well. So I'm going to be hopping over to some Thanos Best of 3 to show you guys what the deck does, so let's hop on there. Okay, this hand looks pretty stellar. Rakdos. Let me see what they topped. I know this is a little bit wasteful for the Dragon Rage Channeler though. Let me just Thoughtseize. The opponent also has a Thoughtseize. So Random 6 is coming out next. And the looks a little bit hard to beat. I feel like I need to take away the Random 6 right now. I had to get rid of this because I don't know what this is. This could have been a strip mine. So they're going to play Jarsoul again. They are going to play Jarsoul again. If we top deck this last turn, it would have been so good. I think they have to take away the Dragon Rage Channeler. Interesting. Not sure why they did that, because Jarsoul's about to hit Ren and 6 there. Ooh, Lightning Bolt. They decided to go with the Jarsoul into removal. Very good top deck there. Very good top deck. They might opponent to use a Thoughtseize. Paragoyf. Paragoyf. So we can block like 2 turns. Strip Mine. That's going to delay my Lurrus turn. And that Abrupt Decay top deck was so good with the Jarsal up. Molten Collapse. Pretty good. Yeah, honestly, that Jarsal got too much value. I think that's why we're losing. It got what? Like, it recurred a Dotsies. And then it got back Abrupt Decay. So that's -2 cards. So like I basically started with 2 less cards, right? Really? That's a bit greedy there, I would say. No, Deathray Shaman. Do I need to draw a Thoughtseize so I can bring a Lurrus back? How good is a red and 6 right now? We have an Overgrown Tomb and a Forest. I guess it's not that bad. Is this good? Is that good? I don't think so, right? Because I can just get back a land, like a swamp, play the Lurrus. Okay, so we got a Strip Mine. Grab a swamp. Pass the turn. I don't want to give them a Thoughtseize value at the moment. We are kind of dead to Deathray Shaman though. Okay, so opponent draws the Molten Collapse. We need to answer this Deathray Shaman right now or we're dead. Okay, let's try to draw something. Okay, we can still potentially draw into a removal, potentially, so we'll see. Okay, so only a Fatal Push does it now. Right, GG's, I guess. So we had a Lightning Bolt, double Fatal Push, and a Molten Collapse left, and an Orcish Bowmaster to kill the Deathray Shaman. 28 cards left. Definitely doesn't feel good knowing that that happened. I think a Flute is pretty good against them. I don't want too many of these, but definitely good. This can answer... I think all the removals are good. Probably, like, maybe copy up of Random 6, Fear Missing Out, maybe something like that. Okay, let's run out the Dragon Ring Channeler. Grove of the Burn Willow. Interesting card. At least opponent gave me a Surveil there. Ran in 6. Ran in 6. I'm gonna keep it. Double Baragoyf. Huh. So instant speed. So this is gonna grow into 2/4. Sorcery. Instant speed. Huh. Well, that's not good. So this is a 3/4 now. Which isn't good. I'll play the Deathray Shaman with the Lightning Bolt up. Like, I could double bolt it, you know? Okay, now it's a 4/5. Now it is a 4/5. So Baragoyf comes out. This is gonna be an expensive one, though. Double bolt. Double bolt. How do I not make this happen? I have full control on, but I can't use... Huh. Yeah, definitely interesting. It wouldn't let me pick the mana that I wanted to use right there. Oh, that's interesting. I attacked. Wow, that's actually interesting. What happened there? Made a mistake. So Molten Collapse. I mean, I have to get rid of this, right? Not much of a choice there. A lot of 1-for-1s coming out. Jarsoul cheated a little bit. Okay. Yeah, very interesting game. Very interesting game. So, this deck plays One Ring, right? But we haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I'm not really sure. So let's start with the Thoughtseize. Another like just removal fiesta coming out from opponent there. Yep, get rid of that. Also triple land, so our strip mine's not gonna do that great of a job. But they did play like so. So maybe I should just respond with 2 creatures because they only have 1 removal spell here. Okay, so this last card is a Toxic Deluge. No. Interesting. Interesting. So let's get rid of their red land there. I'll play a Fear Missing Out. Another Fear of Missing Out. Hmm. We need an instant speed in there, huh? I think I'm just gonna bring Lurrus back in. I don't know, maybe that's a bad idea when I have a full set of cards. The opponent tops it. Could be a removal spell. One ring. Okay, so they do play One Ring. We need a flute. Or Orcish Bowmaster. Hmm. Yeah, that's kind of a bad news, huh? Okay. Okay, they play Perilous Iteration. Draw 2 more. Need Orcish Bowmaster or Flute badly here. Shocks it in. Ren and 6. So I'm guessing this is a Fatal Push, right? Ooh, that's a very good one. Fatal Push comes out. I'm a little bit like, I don't know what to do with the Ren and 6. Like, do I leave it alone or... Yeah, I'm not really sure about that. Like, I could have left that alone. Because, like, my Lightning Bolt can't kill a creature. Like, I kept the Lightning Bolt over the Unholy Heat at the time because I thought I was going to be bolting opponent when they get low, but we drew a Flute for the 1 ring, you know? Okay, we need to land here. No land. Big sad. So yeah, Baragoyf comes out. This is the card that I was kind of afraid of. Okay, so that was a surgical turn. So we can't hope to get rid of this Baragoyf ever. So we need to like put some pressure in somehow. I mean, we can like just keep chump blocking things. I guess we'll just do that. They're gaining 6 life. We're gaining 6 life. Actually, they're gaining like 4 life. Kind of. I would love a land at the moment. Like a red land. That would be sick. Okay. We'll get rid of you. Another Deathray Shaman. Ooh, that's a very good one. Very nice find, opponent. Just when we thought. Bubble. Let's see what they're gonna draw. Perilous Iteration. Wow, that's a very good card. Jarsoul. So opponent actually messed up. They can't kill the Lurrus here because they didn't crack the fetch first. But the Jarsoul means that they can get back a lot of stuff here, like Molten Collapse. So definitely we're not in a good spot, I would say. I could trade. Ooh, a Bowmaster. I might have to trade with the Jarsoul because we're gonna lose if they get back a Molten Collapse, right? Okay, so they go to 1. Kind of. Wow. The greed. The greed. That was so greedy. Wow. That was so greedy. Bloodstained Mire. Nope. Let's see what they're gonna draw. Another land. So we have another turn, potentially. 3 mana card. They can get back a Toxic Deluge, so I guess we lost. Right? Man, we're gonna lose kind of the exact same way. Darn. So let's see. I guess our only way is to play Fear of Missing Out into a Fatal Push. Wow. Wow. That is crazy. Right, we don't have a red source, but I think we can still keep this one. Guide of Soul. Guide of Soul. Okay, we need a red land. Maybe we need more red lands in the deck. Yeah, maybe we need more red lands. Ooh. Misplay there. Might still be a loss, potentially. If I don't get a fetch land. Yeah, if I get a fetch land, I still have a chance if I get a fetch land here. Okay, I misplayed because I was talking. Yep, I'm gonna blame it on the talking there. Come on. Fetch land and we can go to next game. We still have a shot. If I can get a fetch land, we still have a shot. So which enchanter is gonna come down? I think Ephemerate is probably the card to go. Yeah, we still have a chance. Never mind. Everything's coming down a little bit, tiny bit slowly. So I believe the deck has 13 red sources. But maybe we need to go up on one more. Yeah, 13 plus Deathray Shamans. But we've been having some trouble, I would say. Yeah, maybe 13 copies is not good enough. So we're playing against mono white. Calling Ritual is going to win us a game if we do manage to land it. Do they still play Ring? I'm not sure. I think I'll rather have a Haywire Might for that purpose, since they have Static Prisons and whatnot. Renin 6 is okay. I'm gonna go down on Fear Missing Out. And 2 Teachings. And Thoughtseize. Okay. Sure. A lot of lands, but we have a strip mine and we can discard one of the lands. Seems like they brought a Surgical. Also the Pride. We don't need the Arcanist right now because there's no 1-mana cards. That is a good card. What a good card. What a good card. And then 6 about to get 2 for 1. Rest in peace. Uh-huh. Okay, so I guess we have to wait for Calling Ritual, maybe. I guess I can destroy their blue source. I kind of want to still play this out because I want to like surveil into Culling Ritual. Man, Culling Ritual does also get rid of our Ran and 6 though. Oh, it was a Solitude. Okay, opponent's going down on cars a lot, so I'm kind of happy about that. Another Hallowed Fountain into a Quantum Riddler. That's okay, so that we found out what the Hallowed Fountain was for. Okay, actually thinking about it, we also have a Haywire Might. Oh my god. Ask and you shall receive. You know? I think I want a Lightning Bolt. I think so. This seems like a Felia turn. I can't block the Felia anyways. So we attack. It could be another Solitude though, thinking about it. Nope, it was a Felia. Rest in peace again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's pretty nice what happened there. Also keep that. And we can potentially like think about if I want to top deck this or not. Since we can just crack it with the Wooded Foothill. Another Oslo Pride, sure. So that's gonna be dead Oslo Pride. Yeah, that's pretty good. Get back God of Soul. We just attack all. I think this should be over, unless they play like a board wipe. Maybe another Felia? Okay. Alright, so this is actually kind of harder than I thought it would be. Opponents playing Rest in Peace, right? Rest in Peace. I mean, technically, we have a Haywire Might, Calling Ritual. The plan is to Calling Ritual into getting back a Lurrus with the mana that it creates, but definitely like not as easy as I thought this matchup was gonna be. All right. Maybe we're playing a little bit too many Surveil lands. We're seeing a lot of Okay, never mind. We don't play enough Surveil lands, apparently. So what's my turn next turn? I can go Thoughtseize Lightning Bolt. I mean, Deathray Shaman Lightning Bolt. If I don't Thoughtseize right now, they might just play like Guide Up Soul into Oscillate Pride. Wrath of the Skies. I think I let them keep the Wrath. And maybe just take away the Solitude here. So we can see their entire hand, so even if like one card comes down, I think it's better to just Surveil here instead of leaving up a Lightning Bolt. Oh, I guess they could top deck that 5-mana card and then into an Ephemerate. You know, the Starlight, the 5-mana 3/2, you know? Okay. Dread Horde Arcanist. Do I want to strip mine? At the moment, I don't think so. How do we get this out? Wrath of the Skies? I think we have to pass. I should have topped that strip mine. Oh, man. I'm basically kind of saving this Bloodstained Mire for the Molten Collapse potentially, but we might not even need it. Definitely an interesting game so far. We don't need that. Ren and 6. That's what I'm talking about. Start blowing up opponent lands. Yeah, so I guess we're just kind of waiting for Thoughtseize at the moment. My opponent really doesn't want to play anything. Sure. I think I'm just going to crack it now. Oh, what happened to my red mana? I thought I had 2 red manas, so that's why I fetched an overgrown 2. Okay, I'm not paying attention apparently. I am definitely not paying attention. Double ephemerate! Okay. Okay. Alright. You got me. Alright, so this is interesting. They have 5 mana, which means like their top deck is pretty good if they find a 5 mana card. I feel like... because I have a Molten Collapse, maybe it's okay. And we'll see what opponent draws here. Okay, we drew another Molten Collapse. So now their top deck is kind of bad now because we're getting rid of opponent's 5th land. All right, GG's. Let's go into a Subsphere Teaching immediately. Eldrazi? Seems like it's Eldrazi. Bowmaster, not bad. It's not Eldrazi, but it's playing Talisman. Interesting. We don't have a fetch land. I mean, we can Orcish Bowmaster kill our own stuff and then Fatal Push, but I don't think that's a good idea. Let's see what opponent has. I probably want to keep that. It was an Eldrazi deck. Interesting. I can kill this. We're gonna take a lot of damage though. They are ramping a lot. Maybe I take away the talisman. So if they play the talisman, that's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they have instant speed, land, creature. So this is gonna be... Oh, it tells you. So it's gonna be 9 mana. Can I kill them before this lands, though? But then if this lands, I lose, potentially? We'll see. We'll see. Not sure if you want to do that. Thank you very much. I think we just grab lands, right? We just grab lands, play Orcish Bowmaster. Interesting deck they're playing, for sure. I don't know if I want to play Disruptor Flute, but it's definitely an option. Haywire might seems decent. Duress? I'm a little bit conflicted about Duress. What do we cut? Orcish Bowmaster? Orcish Bowmaster and maybe a copy of a Fear Missing Out. This hand is a little bit dicey, I would say, but we do, if a Deathray Shaman plus a Ren and 6 lands, it does allow us to go Ren and 6 Strip Mine loop. So there is that. But if they go Strip Mine into, you know... Yeah, if opponent went Strip Mine right there, we would have actually lost. But because they went for Chalice, we are in a very good spot, I would say. Uggin's Lab. Uggin's Lab there. Obviously I could Strip Mine here. I feel like I should. Or I could Molten Collapse the Chalice there. I feel like I need to get rid of another colorless land. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. They got me. My opponent got me. So they have 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Another land comes down. We're trying to slow them down, but they keep drawing lands, things like that. Slow down, opponent. Don't draw a land for one turn. No. Man. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. So what happens if I ult? I don't have a lightning bolt, so it's pretty much useless though. Emrakul. Myco spawn. I think we lost. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I think we lost here. The double one ring, man. That's really tough. The double one ring. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. Okay, so this is gonna become an 8 mana card, I believe. Yeah, that one ring saved them. We also didn't have any pressure, right? We didn't have we had 0 pressure there. Wow, we actually lost this one. We actually lost that one. Interesting. So we actually won Bowmaster in that matchup, huh? Give that a go. It turns out all you have to do in order to beat a Strip Mine deck is to draw a land every single turn, right? Draw a land every single turn. Alright, so they do have Ancient Tomb and Eldrazi Temple. That's really bad because now they can still go into Sowing Myco spawn. Whoa, they didn't go into Eldrazi Temple there. Kind of strange. Strange indeed. We're drawing a lot of lands. So I think this is the reason why they went for the fetch land there. Yeah, a bit unfortunate that we're flooding this game. We did keep 4 lands in a strip mine, but I'm actually kind of happy they fetched the strip mine, so they're not ramping here. Yeah. I think we're gonna lose this one. This is probably Kozak's command. Not much choice there, I would say. Yeah, I think we lost this one. I think we lost this one. Maybe I should have mulliganed. I mean, we didn't do anything for the past like 5 turns or so, so maybe I should have mulliganed, but eh. Alright, so we lost to Eldrazi opponent and Golgari opponent, and we also lost one game to an energy deck. I will say, maybe I could have played a little bit better, but kind of felt like our draws were very below average, I want to say. We drew a lot of lands. We were also having some hard time finding removal spells, which was also kind of the problem as well with this deck. Compare something like this to something like a Jund midrange that's playing One Ring. Those decks, on the other hand, like even if you like don't draw like the perfect stuff, like as long as you stick one ring in on the battlefield, you can just kind of overcome the RNG kind of because you just draw so many cards. I think that's really the difference here. This deck requires you to draw very well. I mean, it does have a lot of cantrips. We have like Mishra's Bauble, Swiftseer Teaching, Fear of Missing Out, but it felt like it wasn't enough. Jurhor Arcanist, when it came down, did some work. I felt like the Lightning Bolt was one of the worst cards I played. Maybe if the Lightning Bolt was something like a Fatal Push, it would have been a lot better because it just, like, yeah, you can ultimate with the Ren and 6 and, you know, get it back multiple times, but it's just so slow that I feel like playing a Lightning Bolt is just a mistake. And this has actually costed me a lot more games than it should have. If I had Fatal Push instead, we would have been able to kill things like the Baragoyf and things like that really easily. But because we keep top decking something like a Lightning Bolt, I mean, obviously, like, this is like just a deck building mistake, right? I can't really blame it on RNG. And it felt like 7 copies of removal spells were just not enough either. It felt like it wasn't enough. It needed something more splashy, and it felt like we needed 1 more copies of Calling Ritual. Against the energy opponent, there were multiple moments where we could have won instantly had we drawn a Calling Ritual, but I guess because we didn't have another copy of Calling Ritual there, that might have influenced our chances of drawing our Calling Ritual. Yeah, the point of the Calling Ritual is to, you know, get rid of everything, gain bunch of black sources, and then play Lurrus and win the game, right? And there were multiple games where I needed a stomping ground. So we had a stomping ground here. There were some games where we just had way too many overgrown tomb and, you know, underground mortuary. If we had a stomping ground, the games might have gone more smoothly. Since thinking about it, like, we only play red and 6 for the green mana, right? So we don't really need that much green mana to begin with. So yeah, a little bit like, you know, a little bit of like deck building mistakes here and there, but we were also flooding quite a bit today, and we've been getting a little bit lucky recently, so I guess the luck has come around and coming to bite us. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.